Who did I get? Oh. All right. Well, we're live in here now.
Yep. So I have a feeling we're probably live on there now. Then too.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Yep. Cool. Okay. So. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to this NUW 2020. We made it to 10-10. This is the 2020 season kickoff panel for what is the last season of Newburgh Underground Wrestling. So, hi, I'm J Joker Designs. Not many people have seen me. Used to do graphics for NUW. I'm still a fan of NUW and very close compatriot with some of the superstars of NUW.
And of course, I am Tony from Tiger Talks Wrestling. Been watching NUW for quite some time. Huge fan, and can't wait to see what we've got in store coming this season.
Yeah, I did receive a very weird. Oh, okay. Johnny Johnson, for some reason, decided it was now the time to wake up, even though it is 8 o'clock at night or 7 o'clock at night for him. So,
Right.
Not another goddamn bender. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Yep. There's the bender.
Of course.
Yep.
Oh.
Johnny. Dude, where's your bed? Do you even sleep? Do you still sleep on the ground, bro? You have a couch.
We live?
Yeah, we're live. We're live. The question is, are you alive?
Yeah, right.
I gotta go find my glasses.
Oh boy.
I can see he's blind.
Well, we've got a couple people that are actually watching as we begin here.
Yeah, hello everybody.
Trying to watch Johnny sleep.
No, Johnny, time not to sleep.
This ain't that kind of video.
Yeah, I'm positive that you need like a certain type of Patreon membership to watch that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be a little weird. Congratulations for the new tier of watching Johnny Johnson sleep after a bender, it seems.
Yeah. For some reason this one's free at the moment, surprisingly.
Yeah. So so it's 2020.
It is.
It's sometimes I'm surprised that Johnny Johnson even made it to 2020. It's a miracle.
Yes, I would have to agree with you fully on that one.
Yeah.
Damn it. Johnny's like a cockroach, goddammit. it. Johnny will be here long after you guys are all dead.
Dude, I've seen this dude try to heat up uranium with a spoon.
Wow.
Uranium?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, I probably thought it was cocaine, though.
Yeah, good point.
Maybe uranium infused cocaine?
Yeah, Optimus Priminari saying nerd. Yes, because the word uranium is common sense.
Right?
Whose idea was it to start this damn show so early in the morning?
Dude, it's I don't know how to tell you this. It is 7:07 at night.
I flip my hat up like this. Kids. How the cool kids do it. All right, well, goddamn it. We wasted enough time. People probably tuning in, tuning out. Probably like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, good point.
As you can see, I am Johnny Johnson. I am being joined by the illustrious Tony from Tiger Talks Wrestling. I'm being joined by the man himself, J Joker Designs. And, well, he's J Joker. He's not J Joker Designs. The designs are what J Joker does. But aside from that, we are being brought in right now to a brand new year, a brand new season, and what will be the final season of Newburgh Underground Wrestling.
Told you, Tony.
And there is a lot to recap, and there's a lot to address going forward because God damn it, that Newburgh Underground Wrestling has been around for a long time, and they ain't just gonna go out with a little whimper on their final season. We going out like ba-bow, ba-bow, ba-bow. You smack the hooker, you smack her. You put the cocaine on her ass cheeks, and then you smack them together.
Okay, I played GTA, so I know what he's talking about.
It's all right.
I don't know from experience, but I have played Grand Theft Auto, and I'm thinking that's what he's talking.
Ann Street. Yeah. You flash a $10 bill, 20 if you're feeling extra frisky, and you go for a ride. You tell them Johnny sent you.
Well, I guess I'll keep that in mind.
Right?
You keep it. You keep it in mind. Wow.
All righty. Well, Johnny, we need to keep this going on.
Yeah. Yeah. We only got a certain amount of time, so we can't get off track here. We got the new season coming up, the last season, final season. Obviously, we already discussed that. We got, and if you didn't already, somehow you're watching this and you didn't already, you better like, you better share, you better subscribe. Please do it all the time. Share shit out. Make us bigger. Help us, please. Because Johnny Johnson, he don't want to be sleeping on the floors here forever. He got some carpet. You check it out. Johnny Johnson just got some brand new shag carpet. It's a little bit more comfortable than the floor was, but Johnny would like a bed or at least a futon. Please, a futon would be perfect. I can get a futon for $109 at Walmart. Please, Johnny, begging you. Now, to go on the same subject, we also started a Patreon, which Mr. Tony was our very first subscriber to the Patreon, and we thank him so much for being a good fan all these years, supporting us, doing whatever he can. We will be having a special care package, especially by Johnny. Johnny sent some extra special inside for you.
All right, Tony, as a person that was employed by NUW at one point, whatever Johnny slips in your package, you need to make sure you do not carry on any flights.
I'll take that.
I'm sending it to the mail, man. Let the mailman deal with that.
Yeah, dude, the mailman took whatever you put in mine, so I don't ever want to know what you put in there. My guess is there's a reason I don't see my mailman anymore.
Wait, did you just say your mom's a man?
Yo, we don't bring up your mom like that, Johnny. What's wrong with you?
My mom, no. Don't bring up Johnny's mom. No, this is a subject for another day. But
yeah, we're here to talk about NUW.
Yeah, we need to get the ball rolling, Johnny.
Please.
About rolling.
Stop interrupting Johnny. Johnny's trying to talk about the Patreon, God damn
it. That's what we need to do.
Please help us out. God damn it, please. I don't know what else to say about that. We need help. So, Halloween hell. You got me all fucked up, Jay Joker. God damn it, Jay Joker. Who invited you here?
You did.
Shit. I forgot. Damn it. Well, now that you're here, what'd you think? You said you watched Halloween hell. What were your thoughts? We got all new champions. We starting the year fresh. All new champions. We got
exactly.
A new champion, John Reed. We got new tag team champions in the Brothers Creed. We got a new, God damn it, we got a new New York champion in Brandon the Bullet Costelli. And then the Undisputed Championship, Nevon McDonald is once again holding the championship belt. So, going into the new year, 2020, you already know there's a lot of changes taking place. There's a lot of things that, we got to readjust to. Maybe rub your eyes like, am I really seeing that? Am I really seeing it? Yeah, you are seeing it. You are seeing it. And good Lord Almighty. Good Lord Almighty. That's all I can say going forward. What can we expect? What can we expect?
We can expect the
Honestly, I exactly. Thank you, Tony. You took the words right out of my mouth there. Expect the unexpected. Now that Navon McDonald has claimed the undisputed championship, the Heretics' historic reign's been ended by the Brothers Creed. We got new New York champion. We have everybody's brand new champions. You know,
Brand new.
honestly, it's expect the unexpected. I imagine there's going to be a lot of faces. I mean, honestly, seeing Dirty DeChico take on Clark Williams, you already got the last little surprise was Dirty DeChico. Who else can come out of the woodwork? You know, at this point, it's the last season. Everybody's been put on notice. It's put up or shut up.
Very true. Mention this. We've seen all new champions at the big event, but afterwards, we've seen on the Upshot quite a bit happen on there as well, including Navon had a piece of paper that the Dark Side ended up having to sign in his own blood. What could that be?
We're not sure what it could be yet, but I'm sure we will get all the answers tomorrow night on the season premiere. That's for damn sure. I know Navon McDonald has been gloating. He's been extra happy. He's been bossing me around more than usual. I don't know what the hell that's about. He ain't my boss. You know,
well,
we heard Dark Side, he ain't been seen, you know, since that day, since Halloween Hell 3. So, you know, that's why this company's been kind of in shambles lately. But you know, we'll find out tomorrow. It's a new season. It's a new day. And, you know, like you guys both said, expect the unexpected this year. There's going to be a lot of surprises. There's going to be things you didn't expect, things you didn't see coming, people you didn't see coming. You know, there'll be new faces, old faces, returning faces,
gold
faces getting ripped off. Huh?
I said gold faces. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very right.
Sorry. You set up for the joke on that one. I did get a text from the Dark Side shortly after that Upshot. So I'm kind of contemplating my choices right now. That's for sure.
What'd he say?
Well, unfortunately, I can't disclose it on here, but it does involve NUW. That's for certain.
Sounds a little
being kind of big there, Jay. Joke about it. You know,
Yes.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, he told me to be vague about it. He said he would fucking rip my arms off. So I'm gonna take my chances and not disclose it and keep my arms. Thank you very much.
Well, that's probably a good idea.
Yes.
Probably a good idea.
Oh yeah, especially the mood
Now,
after Halloween Hill 3. Yeah.
Quite the image. Quite the image we've seen at the end of Halloween Hell 3 as well. It looked almost like a little ministry reunion there as well. Will we see anything come out from that? Another question.
I don't think so. Now, moving forward, we have a new format that we're going to be bringing you where, you know, every 2 weeks we usually will bring you a Slaughterhouse episode and an Upshot in between. And, you know, not that the Upshots, truthfully, in Johnny Johnson's opinion, some of the most informative stuff you see is on the Upshots. You know, it's all the background information, all the promos, everything. But apparently, people really don't care too much about promos or whatever. I don't know what it is. But this year, the Upshots are going to be a whole hell of a lot better. We're going to have 2 real good matches. Ain't just going to be some, you know, Mysterion versus, you know, Jay the Jobber. It's going to be good matches, stuff you want to tune in for, stuff you'll see every week, and, you know, some new content, NUW content, each and every week. What more can you ask for? We're going to have new videos coming out. Not really sure how we're going to do it exactly, but top 10s, NUW top 10s. things like biggest returns, biggest table spots. We got the goddamn bloody matches, most violent matches. Oh, God almighty, what else do we got? I don't know. But you'll see it on NUW Top 10s. We will be bringing it to you very soon. And, aside from that, we got other programming things that we will be bringing you over time. We got a documentary in the works showing the behind the scenes of NUW, showing, maybe a little bit of our impact on the community, a little bit of impact how NUW and backyard wrestling has impacted all of our lives. It'll take you in depths. Everybody here, they will work hard on it, and we'll bring it to you. It'll be something very special. Johnny Johnson can already see dollar signs in my glasses. My lenses are dollar signs. Okay. Know what I'm saying?
I'll pretend to understand, but I did understand a majority of that.
All right.
Well, going forward, you talked about the upshot. We also saw on that upshot after Nevon McDonald with the piece of paper, the dark side's blood. Dark side kept crawling after him. He was crawling. And just when you thought that the dark side had been beaten down and bloodied up, he climbs that tree trunk of a man and he looks up. And who is looking down at him? A man who he's had a heated rivalry with for years and years and years. In real life, this ain't no backyard wrestling bullshit. These two guys almost have gone to blows numerous times in real life. At VTW, in NUW, all over the place. These guys do not like each other. They hate each other. They've gone at it on Twitter. One guy told the other guy he hoped the other guy had a heart attack. And it doesn't get more real than that. So, what can we expect? What the hell's going to happen when these two guys, they're at the same place, the same time? I can't imagine that it's just going to be all peaches and cream.
No, all I know is the dark side's in a very precarious position right now. That's for sure. It's no secret that Yankee hasn't been on NUW as often as the dark side. And I feel like this, with what has happened, I could see a conspiring of events taking place against the dark side. I see there's an old saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And that can be taken for one spot, but also the opposite coin of that is the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I have a feeling that this is a part of a notorious Nevon McDonald scheme that we're just now knowing about. I don't know. All I know is things aren't looking good for the dark side. As a person who has dealt with the dark side, both dark side running Newburgh, and then Nevon McDonald running Newburgh. Me personally, the handlings with the dark side have been a lot better. I don't get yelled at less often than when I got dealt with Nevon and Novin. Overall, I hope that the dark side can pull his way out of this one, because right now I don't see a way out of it.
And after you're that, we haven't seen Yankee in a long time, so there's got to be some agenda behind his attack on the dark side, besides the fact that dark side did also strip Yankee of the hardcore championship as well. So,
well, it seems like that would be the main reason. I mean, yeah, these guys didn't always like each other, but I mean, Darkseid had stripped Yankee of the Hardcore Championship, and a couple weeks later, Yankee shows up and beats him up. So you got to think that the two things had something to do with each other.
Right.
Good
Wouldn't
point.
take rocket scientists to figure that one out. You also got to keep in mind that Yankee, the difference maker, at any point in time, there is no time restraint. There is no expiration date like there is in another company where, at a certain period of time that briefcase that he has runs out. That's always good. That's for life. For life, that briefcase is. So you always got to keep that in the back of your mind, too. Yankee still has that briefcase. He could cash in at any point in time for any championship. It don't matter. It don't have to be the Undisputed Championship. It could be any championship at any time. So always keep that in mind.
Yeah, but also remember what I said earlier about keeping your friends close but your enemies closer. It could be a scheme of Yankee getting closer to Navon to take that undisputed title. I don't know.
Well,
Yankee is his own man.
Yankee and Navon have some wars themselves, so we'll see what happens. That's why we watch the episodes. That's why we premiere the season premiere right here tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
Tomorrow. It's going to go down
Now,
for
speaking
sure.
of the season premiere, one man who said for sure that he would be showing up is that diabolical, that bastard, that asshole, Everett Creed.
Not that jackass. Whoops, I'm sorry.
And we haven't
My
seen
bad.
Everett Creed
Let slip.
in a long time. It's been a while. And the last time we saw him actually was the Backyard Rumble 3, where he didn't really have a great showing. He came back after being gone for so long, years. He came back and, he had all his momentum just sucked away by a former rival, somebody he knew from APW from the past, by the name of Corey Graves. Now, when he was eliminated by Corey Graves, he did what Creed does, be an asshole, and he took his fire poker and cracked Corey Graves right in the face with it and broke his orbital bone, and we haven't seen Corey Graves since then. Now, if Everett Creed thinks he's going to just show up to the NUW slaughterhouse and start waving fire pokers around, putting people on the shelf, and I know whether it don't matter if it's the dark side, don't matter who is involved, who's running the company. You got to believe that won't be allowed to stand. You can't just be taking people out. Corey Graves, how long ago was the Backyard Rumble? That was almost a year ago. That was like 6 months ago. And we still ain't seen Corey Graves. He still ain't been back to the slaughterhouse.
Right.
So we can't be having that. Creed, show up, but don't try to be just a little bit less of an asshole as you usually are.
That's impossible for him. Oops, I let that slip again. Gosh, I'm so sorry. What can I say about Everett Creed? Damn it.
What can you say about Everett Creed, Jay Joker?
And ladies and gentlemen, speaking of which, I introduce you now to the asshole himself, Mr. Everett Creed.
When you've been in this industry for as long as I have, I've had many accolades. I've won every championship that I need to win. I have won on the biggest events and I've beaten the best. And I have many names to go by. The Emperor of Excellence, the God of the Underground, the Self-Supremacy. But I don't believe that you respect me as you should by calling me, quote unquote, an asshole. Let me ask you something, Johnny. What have I done that has made me an asshole?
Not pay me. Oops.
Well,
I'll get to you later, Jay Joker.
Let me break out my list here, Mr. Creed. It's a couple pages, so bear with me. Number 1, you were born. Number 2, you were born, well, I shouldn't really say. This is a family show, but we'll skip ahead to number 25. You beat up the mailman, who's actually, I just figured out, is Jay Joker's mom. So go figure. Can't be doing that.
He had it coming.
You took my cocaine. You took my cocaine. You beat up the pizza man. Pizza man's.
Move on. TJ Sakara is the residential drug addict of UWE and doesn't have a life now because he tried to take from me, and you saw what happened to him. But go on, Johnny. Who else?
I met him in rehab. I was his counselor.
Well, that explains why nothing.
Now because of me, but this ain't because of Johnny. This ain't for Johnny Johnson. This is about Eric Creed. You listen. You don't gotta convince me that you're not an asshole. You gotta convince the NUW fans that you're not an asshole. And it starts tomorrow night. So you said you're gonna show up. You promised everybody you're gonna show up. We'll see if you actually do show up. But tomorrow night, what are you doing? What are you gonna do? Huh? You gonna just show up and just run your mouth like usual?
He does good with that.
Get the crickets chirping.
15th.
For the past couple of years, I've been wondering and just trying to imagine, where am I going to land? After everything that I have done, I have virtualized and I have conquered. I have done everything that I could possibly do in every other federation. So I kept asking myself the question, and I asked all of you, which foundation will be tinder for my flame? And it turned out that I chose the Slaughterhouse. I chose NUW. And you want to know why? It's because of one man that gave me a chance. One man that opened the doors. And that man is Navon McDonald. Navon McDonald saw the potential that everybody else should see in the self-supremacy. And because of that, I am here to thank Navon McDonald, who is not only the owner of NUW, the sole reasonable owner of NUW, and not only is he the king of the mountain, he is also now an ally, and I can even say he's actually a true friend.
Holy shit, you have those? It's a miracle.
Which is more than I can say about a certain someone that's in this chat room.
Creed, if I stop you for a minute so you can take Navon McDonald's balls out of your mouth and ask you a real question, like, when you show up tomorrow night, what are you trying to accomplish in NUW? You said you've already done so much, and it's true. Yeah, you're an asshole, but you've accomplished a lot, way more than your average man has done in this community. You've been doing it for a while. You beat a lot of huge names, but you're coming here to NUW after being gone, to being absent from the scene for so long. What is it to accomplish, and what's the goal in mind?
Well,
can I bother you? You checking your Tinder?
Oh no, I don't have to check that. That vibrates constantly. It's the fact that I'm looking right now at all these simpletons that have reacted to my arrival, and I've noticed the views slowly go up as soon as I've made my presence.
You stay away from Johnny's cousins.
Fact is that I've realized that nothing lasts forever. And there is an inevitability here in backyard wrestling. It lives in eras. There's the EW. There were so many eras here in backyard wrestling. The hardcore era in the 1990s. Then the KBW era, the Best in the Yard era, the VTW era, the UWE era, and they have all died. Every single federation in backyard wrestling meets its end, no matter if it's planned or not. NUW is coming to an end. Backyard wrestling of this era is coming to an end. And the fact is that I realized what I did in the UWE, what's left of what I've done in the UWE will never be seen. So I decided, why am I going to end my backyard wrestling career off of something that could have been so much more than what it came to be? Because I was betrayed. That's what it comes down to in the very end. Because there's people that'll say that they're always going to be there for you to the end of time. And then the next thing you know, they take your legs, they swoop them right over your head, and 3 seconds later, they have taken everything from you. You can promise yourself, you can make that promise, that vow that you're going to spend the rest of your life making that person as happy as they could possibly be, and they betray you. I have been betrayed many times, which is why there is no board, there is no Gen Y, there is no stark supremacy here in the slaughterhouse. There is one person and one person alone that will define his success, and that is the self-supremacy, Everett Creed. For those of you that want to know what happened to the UWE, you will find out in time. Be patient. But right now, what matters is the slaughterhouse. And the slaughterhouse will be mine to conquer. And Johnny, you have no choice but to call it. Tony, you have no choice but to watch and enjoy. And Justin, you have no choice but to watch me succeed. Every single person, as I have done throughout my entire career, and you know better than anyone that when I say something's going to happen, you know I'm telling the truth. So tell everybody to be prepared, because nobody's going to expect what I do in the slaughterhouse. Why NUW? Because it's the only place that I have yet to conquer. I've beaten everybody there is to beat in BTW, like Aaron Jones and Avery Hoke. I've competed with the very best that federation has to offer. I've beaten them, like Drew Hood, like Kevin Shaw. UWE is the same way. I've beaten Cameron Jackson. I've beaten Dirty DeChico. I've beaten TJ Sakara. APW, I've beaten Corey Graves. And I've also, the only reason I haven't beaten Jason Walker is because he's too afraid to confront me. But that's okay. This isn't about him. This is about Corey Graves. Well, at least it used to be. But the fact is, Corey Graves took something from me, an opportunity to become the NUW Undisputed Champion, and he paid the price for it, not only with his backyard wrestling career, but with his own eyesight. He is now blinded by the fact that if he steps in foot my path once more, which will be very unwise of him, there will be a nightshade coming his way.
You make a lot of points, Creed. You make a lot of good points. But you're still an asshole. But, you know, what are you going to do? Hey, if you win the championship, you know, Johnny will be proud to call your matches. You know, the undisputed champion of NUW, Everett Creed.
All right.
Asshole.
Look, enough, John. I know. Johnny, shut up. It's my time now. I know how you feel about me. But the fact is, I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie. I'd rather be hated for what I am than loved for something I'm not. I can parade to these people and say, hi, guys, I'm Everett Creed, and I'm a rock star. But I don't do that. I don't. You guys can do it all you want. You can parade all around. I'm Johnny Johnson, and I pretend that I'm cool and I smoked 72 doobies in a week. Or hey, I'm Tony Tiger, and I pay to watch prepubescent boys wrestle in a ring. Or I'm Jay Joker, and I think that I'm a true friend, but I stab all of them in the back. The fact is, I am one person and one person alone, and that is the self-supremacy. So whether you like me or you don't, come back tomorrow night. Everett Creed makes his return to backyard wrestling, and you have no choice but to embrace my great and glorious future in the slaughterhouse. Anything else?
What an asshole.
Why do you do this every time? Why? Just why?
I guess
why what?
We've heard about all
just why every time you come into a room, you immediately just have to slit its throat and make us fall asleep because you just want to be the center of attention. Every time you wanted to be the center of attention, and it's no different now. It's because I feel the reason why you came back is because there were new eyes. There were new eyes to see NUW, But rather than live with the fact that there are new people that won't witness Everett Creed, you want to be the center of attention again. You always do this. You always make it about yourself. Trust me, I know better than anybody else. You always make it about yourself. And trust me, I've tried and tried again to tell you, but you just don't seem to listen. At the end, it's only yourself to blame. You cause your own downfall. When you're old and broken and you wonder why you have nobody else around you, it's because of the way you act. Like you act always like a pompous child. I'm sorry that it couldn't be anybody else to put you in your place but me. So I'll put you in your place now. Leave it be. You can have fun tomorrow on NUW. But you need to understand that if you don't change, if you continue going being an asshole, making fun of people for being rock stars, you're going to regret your whole life. And I don't want you to do that. I see the good in you. I know what you can do. You just choose not to.
You want to know why? Because every time I've tried to do good, it has always come back to bite me in the end. I have loved unconditionally, and it has left me scarred and deformed, betrayed by those that I supposedly have loved, and those that have supposedly have loved me back, but really only use me as an opportunity to launch their careers. People like Rick Rios, people like TJ Sakara, people like Dirty DeChico, people like Cameron Jackson, people like you, Ace Whistler, and just like everybody that's going to step in the ring with me and just like everybody that's going to step in the ring with me in the slaughterhouse is going to try to use me to elevate their career. Any new kid on the block. But the fact is they have a bad dose of reality that's going to come knocking on their door. That's going to be the syringe in their arm. That reality is that Everett Creed will never back down, bow down, lay down for anybody. Do you understand what I'm saying to all of you right now?
Sorry, I can't decipher bullshit.
Bullshit. That's funny. That really is. You know,
I'm a real asshole.
That's many things. And you know what? Johnny, you might be right. I might be an asshole, but one thing I'm not is I'm not a liar. I have never lied about anything that I have ever done. When I said that I was going to be the UW World Heavyweight Champion, and I had that title over my shoulder before I even won it, yeah, I upset a few people that might have some respect around here in backyard wrestling, but abandoned it for a better career. But the fact is, I kept my end of the bargain. So here's another spoiler. There may not be a title yet around my shoulder, but it's going to happen. I will be champion again. So how do you feel about that, Johnny? How do you feel being the commentator, the play-by-play analyst of NUW, and knowing that the rest of Newburgh is going to have to watch me rise as the only thing?
Hey, Johnny Johnson, take personal offense to that, goddammit. You see these? You see these curls? See these curls? I curl myself. Curl.
Yeah, that's real funny, Johnny. Hey, Tony, I haven't heard much about you lately. I hear Jay Joker, as I know him, Ace Whistler. I hear Johnny talking, but I don't hear a lot of you, Tony. Why is that? Is it because I blocked you on Twitter because I couldn't handle you liking every single one of my tweets 5 seconds after I posted? Last person that did that was actually, having sex with me every night. And then the next person to do that was trying to have sex with me every night. And then the next person after that was you. So, Tony, answer me this. You really are quite vocal when it comes to pressing keys on a keyboard, but all of a sudden it's time to talk and your lips are sealed.
I was giving you the chance to get what you had out of your mouth, as if we really need to. You're good at doing that yourself all the time, whether it's on Twitter or on anything like this for that matter. No, it's nothing to do with that. You do have a lot of good points. That's usually on Twitter. That's the only reason I like most of the things that you posted.
All of them.
Yeah. Not necessarily all of them.
About 25% of them.
That'd probably be a little more accurate.
Oh, funny. I just got a phone call from Brother Cam. You might know him as Cameron Jackson, the man I beat to become UW World's Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, let him know Johnny Johnson says.
Oh, I rejected the
What
phone
up?
call. I don't talk to second-rate performers anymore. The only people I answer to are people that are actually friends, like Navon McDonald, like Yankee the Difference Maker. People like them that actually acknowledge and respect just how good Everett Creed is.
So you only talk to people that when you like to put their balls hole, right?
How primitive of a response from such a primitive analyst here in Backyard Wrestling. If that's how you want to look at it and you want to make a homo.
Well, I mean, I'm starting to see a pattern here. But Mr.
What
Creed,
pattern?
It's been a pleasure. It's been a real pleasure. If you could see Johnny Johnson's eyes, he's kind of rolling them right now. We will see you, I guess, tomorrow night.
That you will.
Happens.
So I'm going to give you one last warning before I sign off. When it's all said and done, and trust me, it will be all said and done soon enough, be prepared. Be prepared. Because the supremacy is now before you.
Good Lord, ladies and gentlemen, the suppress been before, and apparently he has just left us. Everett Creed tomorrow night on NUW Slaughterhouse, 8 p.m. only. YouTube wrestling channel. Now going forward, we'll have more announcement to make before we wrap things into your wrestling program for the evening. We have a mega event coming up. It will be the first mega event 2020 season in NW, and it will be a very special one. It will be in honor of America for Freedom 2. And it will be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Let Johnny say, in honor of America, only way we can do it is big and bad, loud, nonstop. If you saw the first fight for freedom last year, it was one of our better shows, probably of the entire year card, and we will carry the honor and tradition of America forward into the year 2020. Get last thoughts. We've discussed a lot here tonight. We've reviewed some. We've, foreshadowed a little bit of what we can expect forward. Now, is there one thing specifically that either one of you men want to see for 2020 in NUW?
Everett Creed to shut up.
Well, I don't think any of us are going to get that, so.
Yeah, wishful thinking.
That goes without
if you want me to be quick.
It probably never will happen unless the world ends, but
sounds about right.
Like I told him, he's gotta run his mouth off to the wrong person. Next thing you know, he's gonna be flat on his back. Just speaking from experience here. Sorry, guys. Honestly, I expect the unexpected.
What else do you want to see? Right in the world here.
I want to see Navon not be champion. I hope that someone gets it off of him and gets it off quick, because the more time he has with that belt, the less time that NUW has.
Not only that, the less time that the other talents will have on TV. I have on YouTube, if you will. I have a feeling as well, because we've seen with Navon in charge when he was in charge. He took up a lot of time, and you didn't see a whole lot of other people get chances. So, I personally am looking forward to all the characters that we could see.
Absolutely. A lot of surprise. That's what this year's going to be about surprising the fans, about giving the fans what they want, and hopefully, with some of the people, again, put our Patreon, like, share, subscribe, help us all we can, because the more you help us, we can provide some quality energy week in, week out for the next year. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Johnson got to go eat. You got to go smoke. You got to go shit. You got to go. And not that order. So, without further ado, I'd like to say thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. You guys are both so illustrious. I hope that we could do this again very, very soon. Creed next time. However,
I agree with that.
Johnny Johnson, thank you for joining us. For Jay Joker, any last words, guys? Anything else?
2020 is shaping up to be the best year in NUW, that's for sure.
I'd agree with that. Also, be on the lookout for my channel, Tiger Talks Wrestling. You'll be seeing reviews of every episode of Slaughterhouse and the main shows as well.
Oh, and feel free, if you like to see Everett Creed get beat up, check on SWW On the Verge.
Yep.
Sorry.
Check it out. Yes, absolutely. Check out both those things. I'm sorry I didn't promote them earlier.
Yeah, it's all good.
We'll be having reviews of each episode. We will also, we will try to promote SWW as best we can. It's something a little bit different. Who enjoy wrestling, you might dig it. Check it out. It's cool. It's run by Jay Joker and Everett Creed, I think. I don't know. I'm
just an innocent bystander.
Just take
the
credit.
dictator is below me.
For it.
Just take credit.
Okay. He's not here. It's mine. It's all mine.
Unless he's here to say that he runs it and stop you from saying you run it and say you fucking run it. That's God damn it. Don't you know how this world works? Sometimes you just gotta say, I'm the boss. Yeah, I'm the boss. What do you want? Yeah, you need me to sign that? Yeah, I'll sign that. Yeah, okay, yes. Yeah. Now that's how things get official. That's how Johnny Johnson got this job.
Oh, that does not surprise me, to be honest.
Color commentator. He went to school. He just shut up today. They had a guy named CJ and Ace, I think, doing the commentary, and Johnny Johnson said, "No, you guys talk like little boys in your little wake up your parents, and we gotta stop that. Even with my voice from smoking crack for 50 years, it's better. It's better, goddammit, if you could believe it. Sounds like a cement mixer, but it's still better than what they were doing. So Johnny Johnson got the job. That's what you gotta do, Jay Joker. I'm giving you life advice right now. Life advice from Johnny Johnson. Who would have expected to see that on this show? But ladies and gentlemen, we say goodbye, I guess. So until next time, I am the magnificent Johnny Johnson. For Jay Joker and for Tony from Tiger Talks Wrestling, we will see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only right here on the NUW YouTube Wrestling channel.